say good afternoon to each and everyone who come here to see the opening of the secondary school's drama festival. Of course, my name is Martin Kwashi. Well, as the MC said a while ago, most people know me as Prince Yugi on the radio. But I'm Martin Kwashi in real life. And I'm the coordinator of the festival as well. Been around this thing for a long time. And it gives me pleasure to be here as the coordinator because theater is my life. I've been an actor for almost all my life. And I love what I do, pretend to be other people. But in real life, I am me. So and I love to be me, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let me just welcome you once again to the opening of the festival. I know the weather has had an effect on people coming here. And so because now on an opening day, we will have the house filled with people, and people come to see the powerhouses in theater in terms of the secondary schools. I can say that it is going well because theater arts in the schools have to be organized and it has to be structured in a very professional way. And up to now, we're still trying to do that, although it is in the system for over 30 years, believe it or not. So I think that instead of going forward, we're going backward. And I'm not too well pleased about that, because I see things that it is. I'm not too smiley about the way theater is going in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There is a future for it. We have the talent here in St. Vincent, and there is no doubt about that, because Vincies are very talented people. But we need structures in place so that it can be a continuous process, rather than hipsy-hapsy thing here, there, and everywhere. And I don't deal with things like that. I'm almost like a perfectionist. I always like to see things go 100% right. I'm a golden boy. And if it does not go well, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. And I've been trying my very best over the past years to get these people to be involved in theater arts. And I know if there are drama clubs in the school, it would do well for the theater arts. And this is one of the appeals that I'm going to give now, so that the message can reach out there to the secondary schools people that they need to have drama clubs into their system if they want to have effective drama. That's how you will get the good actors and actresses coming through, because they started their drama club in the Form 1 and go right up to Form 5. So there's a continuous process. You can't just go every year and pick up 3 or 4 people and say that you're going to do a drama. Yes, although you have the talent, it will not work. After a while, it just die a natural death. And we don't want that, because we have too much talent in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I want us to make sure that this is a very systematic process where we have people talking around tables and so, and have like a curriculum in the school, or invite other people to be part of the drama that they do for the CXC. And I know the Girls High School is doing that, and I often have to applaud them for that, because they start off with that. So they are winning the festival now for 2 years, and you're still wondering why. Now we're not supposed to be wondering why. If you're structured and you are prepared to do theater, which is a serious thing, it's not no joking thing, because even to the parents these days don't understand the importance of doing theater. It's not something that you just come up on stage and then you do some stupidness and make people laugh and you say that's theater. That's just a performance act. When a person is fully developed, that they can come on stage here and speak without trembling and wet their pants and all that, and have this confidence about them, their self-esteem is over. Okay, they can flex and do anything they feel like. You know this person was trained in theater, because you see the confidence coming from them all the time. They are shaped on stage, they bond, they go up. So when it comes to facing audiences and going around doing meetings and all that, and so they would always have that exuberance in terms of their confidence. And sometimes you can see that. And some of the people in the drama clubs, you see them getting a lot of subjects and all that, because they are shining their theater arts with what they do in schools and so. So it is very important that we really send a good message to people who still think that theater arts is just coming on stage and do a performance. No, we have to change that mentality. It has gone way beyond our reach now, because the CXC is doing theater course. They're doing it at community college, they're doing it at the University of Wesley Open Campus. They're doing theater all over the place now. And you can have a degree, you can have a master's, you can have a doctorate, you can have whatever you want. You can become a drama teacher, you can become a radio announcer, you can become a film star. You getting millions of dollars if you reach to Hollywood. It is very important, right? So we have to make sure that that happens. This afternoon, we have on stage the Bethel High School, and they are also one of the powerhouses in theater in terms of the secondary school in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and they will be performing for you this afternoon. So you have a first taste of the drama festival, what it is like with this group, the Bethel Secondary School. And one thing I like about Bethel, they never back down to do an opening performance. When everybody tries to fight to go in the back, they want to perform last. Bethel, especially when Mr. Jackson was around there, never back down from no challenge. So thumbs up to you, Mr. Jackson, wherever you did. Right, so we have the Bethel School on stage this afternoon. And before we go into anything else, I would just like to make sure that I acknowledge the representative from the Ministry of Education as well, because I said the protocol has been established already. This is Aldia Gomes Dyer, right? I know she's around theater a long time, so she's not a newcomer to theater, so she would understand the importance of theater. And she's a representative from the Ministry of Education. And it's good to have the education here so that they can understand and see what theater is all about and what it is going to do to people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines when you take it seriously. Not just as a comedy thing. It's far more reaching than being a comedian, right? And so I must welcome you, Mrs. Dyer, to the Peace Memorial Hall, and hope that you enjoy whatever you are watching, if you're watching the whole play or piece or what, that you enjoy the play. My next job is to invite the, I was on her, so I just like her you to help me to bring to the stage the representative from the Ministry of Education, who is represented here, as I said before, by Mrs. Aldia Gomes Dyer, and she would bring you remarks from her ministry. Put your hands to help me bring her on stage.
Pleasant good evening to everyone. A pleasant good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
Oh. I'd just like to recognize the presence of the Chief Cultural Officer, Mr. Anthony Sibbles, Mr. Martin Kwashi, the Drama Development Officer and Coordinator of the Secondary Schools Drama Festival, judges, principals, teachers, students, the media. Now, one playwright and screenwriter has said the most valuable asset a nation has is the creativity of its children. Today marks the start of the school's drama festival. Throughout the season, I am certain that we will witness many performances by our students, and of course, we will see a lot of creativity, innovation, and plenty of wit. I know that some of them will make us laugh, but others will cause us to sit back and reflect and to think seriously about life circumstances and the way in which people are affected and how they respond to these. Indeed, it is an exciting time for all drama fans and drama enthusiasts. The Ministry of Education recognizes that drama is making an important contribution to the development of skills in the curriculum. And this recognition is demonstrated in the range of policies and initiatives that the Ministry of Education has taken to make sure that our students are involved in drama. The fact that you are given time off and teachers are given incentives to participate is just one of them. Therefore, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, I want at this time to congratulate the Ministry of Culture for the work that they have put in. I want to recognize the faces that we see with the festival, Mr. Kwashi and Mr. Morgan. I think you are the main workers in organizing this program, and I want to say congratulations to you. We cannot forget the teachers who volunteer their time and organize the students to make sure that they are ready to perform. Our students, through drama, are able to enhance their information processing capabilities. They're able to develop their reasoning skills, and they're able to develop their inquiry skills. We know that through drama, they can really observe and analyze and ask the relevant questions which would allow them to get some very critical answers. Further, we know that in drama, you cannot forget the creativity. I know that when we work with drama groups and the children start to generate their ideas, and then from the generation of the ideas, they have to be developed, and then they have to be mixed with imagination, with many twists and curves before you can have a real play to put on. So it's a lot of work, and that is really recognized, and we hope that you are going to take this forward. Education has changed in a number of ways. I was very pleased to hear Mr. Morgan say that the Drama Festival has become an addition, because clearly it shows that drama has moved from the point where it is recognized as a pastime and an activity of pure recreation to one that provides great opportunities for gainful employment. Let us give the festival a round of applause. We know that there are many dramatists who have gone before us, and there are many who continue to work and toil. And you students are among those who are working and toiling to develop this festival so that it continues to make its mark. I want to encourage you to continue. It's a wet evening, and I know that many other persons would have been here had it not been so wet. But for those persons who are here, I want to encourage you to enjoy the festival, to encourage our students, and so the entire festival, as well as our students, will continue to propel forward. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, I want to wish everyone the best and hope that at the end of the festival, everybody would have developed themselves and would have, in the meantime, have a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Daya. Give her a Vinci warm round of applause. That reminds me of when I was in South Africa watching the play, and when they on stage performing, the people just barely clap. And I be looking around, I'm the only one from the Caribbean, gypsy, full of energy and everything. They watching everybody, and people just barely clapping and thinking, "Messing, going on, it is boring." And they say, "Oh, sit. And that's how we do it here. You just barely clap and think. Say, if it's in the Caribbean now, you know, so much energy we have, breadfruit and banana and dashing and all that, we just jump over the chain, and all that. But then, if you do that, somebody will just come and tap you on the shoulder and say, "Madam, excuse me please, I have to escort you outside. You're disturbing the production." So, you know, we have a lot of freedom here. So, laugh as you want, but please do not disturb the actors so much on stage. You have to try to help them, because sometimes some of them are very young actors and actresses on stage. Okay, so we're moving forward the program. We have on stage representing the Honorable Minister of Culture. Here, he should have been here, but you know, this is the season, so they're very busy out doing their work. And so we have the representative of the Minister, the Chief Cultural Officer, Mr. Anthony Tibbles, to give remarks. Let's put our hands and welcome him on stage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me acknowledge the representative of the Ministry of Education, our judges, our teachers, the media, Mr. Kwashi, Mr. Morgan, other members of staff. It is a great pleasure to bring you greetings from the Minister of Culture. Everybody knows that the date of the election has been announced and knows all the consequences of that. I want to share remarks by looking at the students. Every year, a slightly different group of students represents each school. It is the nature of the education process. Student comes into Form 1, they begin to get to learn a little bit about what is happening, and by the time they get to Form 3 or Form 4, they participate in the festival on stage. They may, prior to that, function backstage, or after that, function backstage, but usually in Form 3 or Form 4, they function on stage. And this process means that we are constantly seeing new people. Persons are constantly learning. It is challenging for a teacher to work each year with a new set of people. We sit in the audience and we talk about this school or that school and the tradition. And in making that sentence, we forget that we are actually looking at a new representative of the school in each year. Congratulations to the children who continue to brave the stage and to brave you, the audience, to make a presentation and to try to interpret what has been written for them in an effort to help you to think. Please give them a round of applause. And so, to those of us who sit this afternoon and watch the new group, have a little patience with them. Because it is after they start, after they've done this, that they are then able to move into the community groups and thrill you in a special way. It is after they've done this that they move on to careers where they are newsreader at a radio station, school teacher, teaching maths. You're surprised to realize that this process of participation in drama has given them the self-confidence to take on the new challenges that become part of their life. So, those are my thoughts and reflections for you. Have a good afternoon.
Okay, that was the Chief Cultural Officer, Mr. Anthony Tibbles, on behalf of the Honorable Minister of Culture, Mr. Cecil Mackey. Okay, in a short while we'll have the school on stage, but just as usual, you know that there are some house rules that we have to observe, so we have to keep telling you them. You do not disturb the 6th of November for the finals, the clash between the two top schools.